Hey, I was wondering, coming from such a strong high school program, how do you, at Duncanville, how do you think that prepares you, you guys, you and Jalen both, for college football?
I think it prepares us very good mentally and physically because a lot of the workouts that we do here is very intense and type of school that we came from, we're used to, those type of extreme workouts. It probably wasn't just as much, but, it was about the same. So I think it prepared us very good.
Right, going to Brendan.
Hey, Jerrale, what are some of the things that you're working on about your game, whether it's physically, skill set wise? What are some things that you're working on here for your freshman season?
Number one, I would say I'm working on getting stronger, faster, and just learning how to be more of a tight end in general, blocking wise, learning the playbook, everything to that sort.
Right, going to Perry.
How's it been like overall adjusting to Tallahassee so far? Just lifestyle wise, food wise, weather wise, everything.
I've been adjusting pretty good. The schedule is very hectic. The weather is about the same back home, except down here it's just way more humid. So I'm pretty used to the heat, but the food is good. We always eat. I love the food. Um, but I mean, other than that, I was just pretty good.
Right, going to Jerry.
Can you talk about your schedule from the time you wake up in the morning until you get to go to bed at night?
Um,
What do the coaches have you doing throughout the day, academically and athletically?
yes. Sometime I will have a workout either at 1 or sometime 11:30. Never really just too early unless like sometime I have to come early if I have a class early. So I probably come with the bigger guys at like 10. So, but I normally like to wake up. I don't like to sleep in too much and just be all tired. So I normally will wake up around 8 and then see how my class is looking through the day. And then I'll probably go to a 10 a.m. workout, and then after that, I have a class at about 11:30 or 12. And then after that, I'll probably have to come back to the facility to have either another workout or a position meeting. And then after that, another class. And then I'll probably get to chill a little bit for probably like an hour maybe. And then get ready for workouts again. And then workouts will end around 6-ish, 6:30-ish. Then get food, finally get home, lay down, go to sleep, and then about the same thing every day.
Going to Kurt.
Jerrale, I know you and Jalen committed around the same time, and obviously coming from the same school. Is that something, a conversation between y'all of, I think we're both trending this way, or did you both kind of reach the decision that you thought FSU was your place, and then kind of talked about it?
Well, I'll say when it got closer to committing, yes, it was a conversation, but I can't really say if he. I'm pretty sure he was FSU, way before because he got the offer before me, so I'm pretty sure he was going for them way before me. But yes, it was most definitely a conversation.
Going to Ira.
I'm sure Coach Thomsen was a big part of it, but who were the main coaches that recruited you, and what was it about them that made you really like them in Florida State?
I would say Coach Thompson and Coach Norvell because like Coach Thompson, he was different from all the other coaches that was recruiting me. He wasn't just so buggy and just always blowing on my phone and just always seeing what I'm doing this and that. We talked a lot, but like it just wasn't constantly. We talked consistently, but he knew. You could tell he knew what he was doing. When we did talk, it was sometimes about football, but it was mainly just about how I'm doing life. He was telling me like what to expect when I got up here. He was just always a real person. He kept it honest with me the whole time, and that's why I respected him, and that's why I drew to Florida State more than any other school. And Coach Norvell, I just like the energy that he brings. I like how he coaches as a head coach. So that's yeah.
Back to Ira.
I was also curious, Florida State's got some older tight ends in that group now. Have any of them been helpful since you've been here, either out on the grass or just getting accustomed to college?
Yes, a lot of them have been very helpful with me learning the playbook, just the way of college in general since I've gotten here. So they've all been a very big help.
Going to Austin.
Hey, Jerrale, hope you're doing good, man. I just want to ask you, I know you're listed as a tight end, but you kind of have a versatile game as both, kind of a receiver. I know Chris Thomsen has talked a little bit about how you like that. Can you kind of just, talk a little bit about that and talk about what you kind of bring both just as a receiver in general?
I feel like I bring like someone who don't just block, but also doesn't just run routes. I feel like I can learn how to do both very, very good, and just more faster and more physical. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out how can I say that. Like, yeah, I just feel like with me playing receiver in high school and then me now playing tight end, it helps when I combine the two. It helps a lot. Yeah.
Going to Aslan.
Hey man, I just wanted to ask, being from Texas, obviously you're 1,000 miles away from home. Was there anxiety at any point about I know you're excited to come to Florida State, but was there a moment where you're like, I'm really going to do this, I'm really going to move away from home? And also, I think you're in elementary school and Florida State won a national title. Does it still carry something even in Texas when you tell people you're going to Florida State to play football?
Yes, it does carry a lot, and it was anxiety at first because when I first got to thinking, I was like, oh dang, I'm finna be living in Florida. I'm finna be going to Florida State. So I was very hyped, but then I just got to thinking, I was like, I'm finna be thousands of miles away from my people. I'm not gonna be able just to go up the street and see them and stuff like that. But I mean, I got through it. I started doing way better, just learning how to be far away from them. I talk to them on the daily, so yeah.
Back to Ira.
Are there any tight ends or players at the college or the NFL level that you kind of try to pattern your game after, or that you really like to look up to?
Yes, I would say two, maybe Travis Kelce or Cal Pitts.